together, the four of us have done, what, 3 EPs, a mixtape?
Yeah.
Live albums,
six singles.
5 singles.
I've had bands since I was, I think, 15, so I've worked in 10 different studios, I've recorded 6 or 7 albums.
I've been in the studio since 2011, and then I walked into the studio with you guys, and I felt more at home now.
We've done a couple EPs, just finished our second full length. So, and we've progressed over the years from totally DIY to working with you guys totally, professional.
We spend a lot of time. Our first album, Need the Music, we put in a lot of time, and we're so happy with how it came out. And then our next one, Let It In, we recorded to tape. And that was wild, a very different experience. But in addition to those, we have Leda's Charm that we recorded with your family. And then we have This Is Bittersweet, so I mean, technically we've recorded at least 4 full albums.
Yeah. I've been recording for 8 years now, probably.
8 years?
Yeah, 7, 8 years, somewhere in that range.
You've been recording with me for what, 3 or 4?
Recording with you for 3 or 4 years, yes. So, I've had a little bit of time before that. I've been all over the place.
The first time we'd ever kind of sat in the studio together, I think at least Tim and I, was when we recorded a demo, which was, 3 years ago?
Over the last year or so that I've gotten a lot more either working with Songbuilders or recording an EP with my band, and it just, every time I go in there, I feel like I learned something a little bit different.
The 3 of us individually have been in and out of studios since we were 16 years old.
3 records and a couple of EPs, 2 EPs.
When we think we have a perfect song and it can't be changed at all because it's just perfect in its perfectness, it might not be so perfect. When you're in your own head, you need an outside perspective. So we go to our producers and they help shape things. And of course, every idea is weird at first because you have to change it, but you try it out.
It definitely goes through transformation. Some songs more than others. I think especially with the EP, there were certain songs where we were more open to we had a smaller idea and we're more open to letting that develop in the studio more, and other songs where we just kind of went in and knocked it out quickly. It just really depends on the song. And when we worked with you guys, you completely transformed a lot of stuff. So
I don't come into the studio thinking, we've got it, we've nailed this song, it's never going to change, we're just going to come in there and record it and be done with it. And I think there's something that always happens in the studio that's really good, right? You're capturing energy in the moment, there's all kinds of people's influences and stuff that's coming to that song in the studio that I look forward to. Actually, I think it makes every song better.
I think there's something about filling in songs, you don't want to overdo it, but you can hear it transform each time you come in, and there's a different instrument, and it just seems to complement it so well.
In my mind, the process of recording makes you hyper-focused on the songs, and then that focus expands the song inevitably.
There's always going to be a little bit of change. I wouldn't say it's drastic, at least in my experience.
Right.
But
except with us, when you change you to reggae.
I think it's just about finding people that you can be creative with, that you can, you have to trust these people, right, to help nurture this idea that you've got.
I've had best luck with producers who understand that everything I say goes.
We need someone who accentuates who we are and isn't trying to change us into being something that they are.
I like a good vibe in the studio.
Some person we can get along with, I think, is the most crucial thing.
Somebody you can vibe with and be comfortable.
It doesn't really make me nervous a permanence of the song, because I definitely the first CD that I put out, not my Between the Lines CD, but I put out an acoustic cover album, and I listen to that now and I'm like, whoa, I've come so far. I was so proud of that and handed it out and it was all exciting, and now I'm like, well, I get to listen back to that and just see that I've come so far, because sometimes it doesn't seem like you have.
It's definitely intimidating, and I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, I think it's my favorite thing to do. It's create songs in the studio and have that for people to listen to. Let the songs speak for themselves.
It's definitely a little stressful towards the end, but it's totally rewarding.
I love listening to where I was before and where I am now. like growing wise as an artist.
Are there things when I look back that I'd want to change? Of course, there's always something I can hear. I mean, even in the latest record, there's still bits in a couple songs that I listen to and I'm like, oh, I wish we had changed that. But you have to learn to let go and just move on to the next thing.
I feel like I'm making a piece of history and something that will always be around. So it makes me drive harder when I do it, and I want to make something that I'm proud of, that when I look back on, I go, damn right I did that.
I don't know if I can ever decide for myself if it's finally done, so I would definitely just trust my producer with that. And then, if he ends up being wrong, then it's all his fault.